Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project Magnetic Reversal News and Shinrin Yoku, bringing you a grand solar minimum update Tuesday, May 18th, 11 p.m. Mountain Time 2021. Sea ice thickness, the 17th of May, is epic. The extent is all of the Arctic and beyond, trapping whales that are breathing through breathing holes as we enter summer. But the big story: giant May snowstorm to unload feet of snow in Montana. Keep calm. It's boom time. Let's hear the forecast.
It's a tale of two seasons on this Tuesday as we look to the west of a front turning cloudy and cooler, but the warmth continues out east where fire danger will be elevated. And we're going to start to see those unsettled conditions arriving, especially as we head our way into Wednesday. But notice the numbers down today from normal, and that'll be stretching from Spokane to Seattle and south into Portland. Idaho Falls, still above normal. You'll be out ahead of the front. And in fact, later on tonight, I'll be looking at freeze conditions as we look into a northern and also a northeastern Washington state, as well as extreme northern Idaho. On Wednesday, big dip in the jet stream. Here comes the pattern change. Highs at or below normal for many. There'll be some showers and also some mountain snow advancing its way on off to the east, especially by late Wednesday over the higher terrain into central Montana. Helena 55 degrees. Temperatures turning cooler, though, in the days to come. Seattle, Portland, right around that 60-degree mark. And in fact, winter storm watches are in effect, and this is going to go late Wednesday into Friday, mainly over the higher terrain. And we talk about the areas toward Browning and also Lincoln, and mainly off to the north of Helena. Great Falls, again, looking at the potential here for several inches of snow, up over 4 inches of snowfall there. It's going to be very unsettled pattern here Thursday right through the weekend.
You heard it. Very unsettled. And that huge area of snow moving into the Cascades is going to move all the way down through the Sierras. Stick with us, and we will get to the forecast in just a moment. Hail threat, isolated tornadoes, flash flooding in the forecast for parts of Colorado this week as well. Holy! While weather is moving through Colorado, bringing the possibility of heavy rain, mountain snow, flash flooding, lightning, hail, and tornadoes, oh my, to parts of the state this week. What a tweak. Weather is expected to be most tumultuous on parts of the Front Range to the eastern plains to parts of southern Colorado, where we're experiencing rain. It's insane. We're in the desert. Yes. While weather brings funnel clouds, land spouts, and tornadoes and hail, oh my. This is Santa Fe. It's not here. Hey, thank God. South of here, a blast of wild weather moved through New Mexico Monday, bringing with it funnel clouds, land spouts, tornadoes, and hail. Holy macaroni. And here's a picture of one of those dust devils, or land spouts, as you call them. When they get bigger than a dust devil, they call them a land spout. That's all I got to say there. Spouting as usual. Storm brings much needed rain and hail to parts of Utah. Hoo-ha! I had no other word to rhyme there. Salt Lake City. Storms in southern Utah and parts of the Wasatch brought much needed rain to parts of the drought-stricken region on Monday, which was their fun day. And that video is not going to play. Here we are at the GFS model, and you can see that heavy snow, ho. Let's just move it through. Day by day, here's your Wednesday. We're going to be getting hit here in the southern mountains, the high southern norths, we call them. And they should be picking up about 8-10 inches of snow. As the snow on Thursday starts moving in, take a look. Here's our Thursday. Snow dips down immediately, boom, into Washington, Oregon, and Northern California, as well as central Idaho and western Montana. And by midday Thursday, look at that, already 17 inches in the high country. This is a massive system packing several feet in the high country of Montana while bringing much needed moisture to parts of the west. We can just move this through. The secondary system brings us another little pulse there. And this is not the only snow that's coming to the region, or moisture, I should say. We have some heavy snow moving up into the Ontario region by the end of May, beginning of June. And New Mexico, well, they're going to be getting wet there. Let's take a look. Significant flood threat continues for the south central U.S. Hello. There's the video. A widespread and significant flood risk continues across the south central U.S. from repeated rounds of intense rain, strong and severe thunderstorms, which will continue all week, unfortunately. Up to 8 to 10 inches in these flooded regions down here, already in watch and warnings, is expected over the next 7 days. So be prepared. Don't be scared. Proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance when flash flood watches are in effect for large parts of the Arc-La-Tex. Today's concern extends from Louisiana to the extreme upper Texas Gulf Coast to northeastern Texas, the nexus of the Schmexis, and southeastern Oklahoma, before shifting all of it to East Texas on Wednesday. All of it on East Texas. And here's the total accumulated precipitation. Here we are on Wednesday through your Thursday. And you can see there 6 to 7 inches in some areas of Louisiana, Missouri, and East Texas, the nexus of the Schmexis, which is going to get hit hard, as well as, well, the Ohio River Valley in the upper Midwest later in the month. And as we can see here, the Mojave is staying dry, but there is plenty of moisture in northern California. Good news. All of Nevada is going to be drenched. A light smattering of moisture in Utah. And take a look at Colorado is looking fantastic. We need every inch of this rain. The Southwest picking up the most snow water equivalent of 3 to 4 inches, which is desperately needed in this region. All the way down to Alamogordo. There's Ransom down there. He's going to be picking up rain, and his gardens are going to be fantastic. Now, India was lashed by the strongest cyclone ever to hit the west coast as it reels from the COVID disaster, the Wu flu. Who knew? India was slammed on Monday by the strongest storm on record to reach its west coast, hampering authorities' response to the Wu flu crisis. Tropical cyclone Tuatai, however you say that, a storm with wind speeds equivalent to high Cat 3 that formed in the Arabian Sea made landfall Monday night, local time in Gujarat. And there you can see the boom on the shoreline. Let's take a look at that. Oh, spectacular, splendiferous, fantastical. 50 beluga whales trapped by thick Arctic sea ice. Say it ain't snow. No, it's not. It's ice. A total of 50 beluga whales remain stuck in the Chukchi Bay in Russia. It is assumed that they have been in ice captivity since January due to an exceptionally thick and fast ice buildup this year. But specialists have only spotted the animals since April. Now, they will probably live if they've been under the ice for 4 months because they expect this area to melt out by mid-June. Boom! Sea ice thickness and extent is at record levels in the last several decades, and ice has covered the entire Arctic and beyond. As I said at the opening, seismic update, boomer! In Lincoln, Montana, I wonder if it has to do with the snow. 3.0 kicking off there. Could be Yellowstone. Probably not. No other quakes of note except this massive Triple Point Junction 6.7 in the southeastern Pacific Rise. No one there except the Galapagosians nearby over here somewhere. But probably nobody felt that. And thank God this seismic energy has been released in the middle of nowhere because we have lots of energies that are about to be released somewhere. Worldwide volcano news update. Sungay to 24,000. Etna back on the map. Eruption to 18,000 feet. Lava fountains with ash to 18,000 feet at Etna. Holy macaroni. Semeru, flight level 14,000. Cinnabon coming up. An eruption reported. I do not have a height of that blast there. Fuego, Salancaya, Stromboli back in the picture. Some fantastic Strombolian activity continuing at Stromboli and making us all very hungry. Now, the Etna Volcanic Ash Advisory here, we're looking at the full sheet. Lava fountains with ash emissions to 18,000 feet. This is indicative of the paroxysms that have stopped, but apparently have restarted. Explosive activity continues. The Volcanic Ash Advisory Center warned that volcanic ash plume that rose up to an estimated 18,000 feet altitude or flight level 180 and is moving 30 knots east direction. Yeah, Aviation color code red, no fly zone. Heads up, Italy. Etna is not done. And, well, the seismos are showing exactly why that paroxysm happened. There was some moderate activity over the last few days. And then boom. It's boom time. I don't have video, but happy Birdseeds is very happy you all went over there and subscribed, and so am I. And if you missed out, well, oh well. Not so happy, are we? Space weather news update. We're now updating the telemetry, and we're waiting for the coronal hole stream to arrive, and it appears that it has very little oomph. Oh, almost doing nothing. Let's see what the planetary K index is showing. Yes, there is absolutely no push from this coronal hole whatsoever. So, it may get bigger, but probably not. Not much. But there is panic as a 300-meter high skyscraper wobbles in China. I don't know if you heard about this. This happened earlier today. One of China's tallest skyscrapers was evacuated on Tuesday after it began to shake or wobble. No one can seem to actually determine what it was doing, which sent panic shoppers scampering to safety. And I had this video parsed up, so let's take a look. Oh my God!
是不是倾斜了？下一个大厦华强北，我们都出来了，太危险了！加油啊！
什么东西啊？ I just wanted to go back here and let's take a look at this. Doesn't that look like a fake fire hydrant? As if it was set up just for pets? That's my only side note. Now, we're about to see the top. There's these two pillars. You can actually see them like wiggling. So take a close look there. I'll try to circle it with the cursor.
我听他们说这个赛格大厦在晃哎。
Now, what she just said there was, holy shit, the building is swaying. So that's happening in China, while coronal holes are happening all over the world. Galapagos rock formation, Darwin's Arch, has collapsed. In the last 24 hours, this is news coming in. The famous Darwin's Arch in Galapagos Island, where less than 1/1,000,000% of the population of Earth actually ever have a chance to visit, is gone. I know, it's devastating. That tiny amount of people that have actually been able to actually get here will never get here again. Well, they're not coming here anyway, ever again anyway. So there's that. Why this is news? It's called erosion. It's actually science. It's called geology. And this feature was bound to collapse due to erosion because it's on the sea, and it is being eroded by the sea, which is why the arch is there in the first place, has now become two pillars. The pillars of Darwin, or the pillars of evolution. Whatever fake title you want, because that's all it is. And now it's, well, slightly less spectacular. But in my eyes, this pile of rubble here, way more fantastic than the arch. And people that were actually here this morning, that were there to sightsee the arch, watched it collapse. Some of them were crying. That is the nature of Karens in our planet. A rock is eroding. Oh my God. Thousands of migrants swim from Morocco to Spain, enclave of Ceuta, and they don't give a about Galapagos collapsing whatsoever. They're just trying to get the fuck out of Dodge. And all they had to do is swim around a fence. People think they swam across the ocean here. No, they just have to go around this jetty, and they go from one country, Morocco, to Spain. It's insane. They're not swimming across the Mediterranean Sea. There is a peninsula called Quetta in Spain where all you have to do is swim across a jetty from one point to the other. And that's all they did. Almost like what's happening all over on the Rio Grande in Texas right now as people swim across. Overwork killed more than 745,000 people a year. And no one is claiming a pandemic on working. Those schmucks. Genetically engineered magnetoproteins remotely controls brain and behavior. Now, when I first looked at this, I thought it said Monsanto, genetically engineered Monsanto protein. But that's just where I am. But it is. It is a CRISPR-developed magnetic protein that they can use to tweak your brain. And they're mandating the jab. Okay. High precise dating on the variation of the Asian summer monsoon since 37,000 years ago. This is a great paper. It's the full paper. I'm going to give it to you. And what it shows is the last 1, 2, 3, 4 cosmic catastrophes in high resolution with spacing, showing you exactly where the next spacing is. Hello. Superflower blood moon 2021 full eclipse of the supermoon lunar boom eclipse. Can you believe that that's all possible in one sentence? The superflower blood moon total lunar eclipse moon boom. Who knew? Unlike a solar eclipse, you can look at the lunar eclipse, Donald. The unfortunate thing is that people in North America will only be able to get to see a portion of it. We're in the West, we're going to see most of it. In the East, you get to see none of it. And if you're in Australia, you get the totality. Heads up, Giles. Big winner chicken dinner over there down at the ranch. Now, for those of you who happen to listen or watch the video all the way to the end and you heard about the Polygon pick 7 days ago, you're welcome for your 300% return. It was 400% almost today when Polygon Matic peaked at 268. Now, the reason I knew this move was coming is simple. Because I am saturated in the cryptocurrency market and what's going on the interwebs. And what I know is that Ethereum 2 is about to happen. I've staked all my Ethereum for the launch of Ethereum 2 later this year, which means I can't trade or get out of that Ethereum position. But Matic and Polygon were designed to create a new Ethereum 20 token protocol to make it faster and cheaper. And that's the problem with Ethereum. So this cryptocurrency has utility, value, and practical purpose in bringing up the blockchain ever higher, which is what I'm trying to do for all of you before the collapse of society. I want you all that have pennies, that just have rice grains, to think outside of the box. So anyone who put $100 in here at the fee of $3.99, so you put $103.99 into your Coinbase, you would now have $327 in 1 week. That's quite a return. And if you put 1,000 in, well, you're taking a vacation. Proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance. When fiat currency is dead, Diamond's alive, and he's watching for you. And all you have to do is believe. I have never made an incorrect call. The Cardano call is up 80% in 5 days. Are you alive? Are you awake? Are you breathing? We don't live that long. Live abundantly. Take a risk. And be safe. We love you. Click on one of the other boxes to gain more knowledge. And a surprise announcement is that we will be doing a live stream over at Magnetic Reversal News in the morning for those that made it this long. All your questions and answers on the magnetic reversal, the end of the empire, permaculture, science, geology, space weather. I'll be happy to answer at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. Wednesday, May 19th. tomorrow morning. And that's a boom to more knowledge. Thanks to all our one-time donors, our Patreons, the people that share this video. You're heroes, and we love you. Be safe. No.